Hey everybody, and welcome to Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Okay, so today, you guys, I'm gonna be doing some composition notebooks. Okay, I know you see my Cricut out. I was going to cut it with my Cricut, but guess what I did? Okay, can y'all tell what I did? What did I do? Can anybody tell what my goofy tail self did? Sorry if you can hear the somebody. It sounded like a motorcycle club was just driving by. But can y'all tell what my crazy tail self did on my paper? And why I will not be able to use my Cricut today. Hey everybody. I'm gonna say hello to everybody. But I didn't print it through Cricut Design Space, so I don't have any registration marks. I printed it. I printed it from Silhouette Studio. I don't know why I did that, but I'm not gonna reprint this because this took a lot of ink. And so I'm just gonna cut this by hand. But I do want you to know that you can 100% cut this with a machine. You just have to print it from the software that you're gonna be cutting from. That was what I intended to do. And then after it was already printed, I was like, oh shoot, I messed up. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. And I'm just going to have to cut the covers by hand, which is fine because they're not like intricate cuts. If you don't have a cutting machine at all, you can 100% still do this project. It does not require a cutting machine. Is it a little bit easier with a cutting machine? Yes. However, it's not impossible to cut this by hand. As you can see, it's pretty, it's pretty, like this is a straight edge. It's pretty easy to cut it out by hand. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. But that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you start to finish. So I'm actually going to design this cover with you. It's not even going to be a drag and drop. You guys, I have gotten so many messages, Etsy messages about this cover design. And, I've tried to make the process as simple as possible. I'm not really sure how else to show you guys how to design this. So the one thing I haven't showed you is how to make an image that's not drag and drop, how to design an image from scratch with the template, because you can do that as well. Okay. It doesn't have to be drag and drop. It can be whatever you want it to be. But that's what we're going to do today. We're going to design this cover, front and back cover, from scratch, no drag and drop. Only thing I'm going to drag and drop is going to be a digital wallpaper. Everything else, we're going to add on top of it. And I'll show you how to do that today. But first, let me go ahead and say hello to everybody. What have you guys been working on? Xavier's baseball is on a break. We're not done. So the summer season is over. We did go to Ohio this past weekend. I got back yesterday at like 4. Is there no sound? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me or not. It doesn't say I'm muted or anything. Okay. Didi, you might want to just refresh. Try refreshing. But baseball isn't over, but we are on a break. The summer season is over. We did go to Ohio this past weekend. They didn't win, but that's okay. Still played well. He's on a break right now. Fall ball starts in 2 weeks, September 3rd. His first practice for the fall season is September 3rd. So I think that's in 2 weeks. So yeah. we're just on a little break right now, which is kind of nice. So far, I don't think they'll have like any Monday games. I think the games are Friday nights, which thank goodness. Okay. Also, CJ has started soccer. But thank goodness CJ's stuff is on the weekends. CJ's games will be Saturdays and Sundays. So as of right now, the rest of the games are Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. It means I have no weekend, but it won't interfere with my lives anymore. So I think we're done with that. But let me go ahead and scroll up and say hello to you guys. Hey, Melody Thomas. So you guys, for my members, I am going to put this design in the community tab. If you would like to use it for, your granddaughter, your daughter, your niece, a cousin, the little girl that lives next door. It's going to be for a little girl design, but I will give you guys the design in the community tab. I'll upload it to the community tab either tonight or tomorrow. So you'll have this design. It'll be uploaded as a PNG. The front and you'll get the front and the back cover, but I'll give you guys this design. This was literally just a design I made up off the top of my head. It's just a back to school design. Hey, Arlene. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Latinier. Hey, Sister Heart Crafts. You guys, is it just, I feel like it's only on my channel that your guys' names pop up weird. I feel like I was on Eve's live yesterday and the names looked normal. I feel like on Patrice's live the other day, it looked normal. And then here we are on my channel and it looks weird again. It's the @ and not the names. And I feel like it's only on my channel that is doing that. And why? Why is that? It's bugging me. Anyways, hey, Mylene. Hey, Martha. Yes, it did it last week on mine, but I feel like I haven't seen it like this on anybody else's channel, only mine. I don't remember if it was in Yolanda's or not. I don't know. I feel like it's only mine that's doing it. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Lucille. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Kelly. Nope, I was a little late. My printer, I ran out of my yellow and my pink, so I had to replace those. Of course, it's always something that goes wrong when I'm about to go live. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Mary Brown. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Patricia. Gemini. MMP. Hello. The tag, y'all, I don't, again, these, all I have is your @. I'm not even sure if these are, I don't even know the real names. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Mary. Hey, Porgy Town. Hey, Rosetta. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Doris. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Shay Shay. Hey, Terry. So what is everybody working on? Hey, Crafted by Yvette. Hey, Marlise and Phyllis. If you guys have, I forgot to do my little housekeeping, but if you guys are looking for a tutorial that's straight to the point, I do have 2 tutorials on this specific project that are pre-recorded and again, more straight to the point. These are the notebooks I'm doing. So if you just kind of go to my page and you look for the composition notebook covers, I have one that I did last year, and then I have one that I did this year, I think back in July of this year. So I have 2 of them already that are pre-recorded. Again, if you're looking for something that's straight to the point, it's on my channel. I have 2 tutorials already. Hey, Annette. Hey, Valerie. Hey, BB Goddess. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, Unbiased. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and scroll. Yep, it did it last week. I don't know how to fix it. Eve had the same problem for a while. I don't know how she fixed it. Maybe I'll text her and see how she fixed it. Yeah, it is hard to tell who is who. Hey, Mary. I haven't seen it like this on anyone else's. Mine, yeah, me either. I feel like nobody else's channel is doing this but mine. And I don't know how to fix it. Hey, Kathy, welcome. You're very new to the channel or very new to crafting? Either way, welcome, welcome. Hey, Michelle. Michelle, you have notebooks to make a quilt wall hanging. You're at work. Learn how to cut through basswood on your laser. Sounds fun. Yeah, I need to pull out my lasers. One of them. Okay, I have 3 of them. I need to pull out one of them and turn them on. How do I become a member of yours? Kelly, I think if you go to my channel, like I don't know. Actually, I don't know. How to do it on the phone? I'm not 100% sure. Let me see if I can go incognito. I don't even know how to go incognito on my phone. I don't know how to do nothing. Switch account. Okay, I'm gonna go to my other channel account and then go to Angel B Designs. View channel. I have no idea. I know for sure if you're on your desktop and you go to my channel, it'll be like a join link, but I don't know how to do it from the phone. Now I'm trying to get back to my live. Hold on, guys. There we go. Okay, Bias says you can hit the $ at the bottom of the chat and join there. So if you see the chat bar, you'll see like a little face emoji looking thing, and then you'll see a circle that has like, it looks like $1. If you click that, you can join there. Or if you're on your desktop, you can go to my channel and it'll say join right on there. All right. I'm scrolling down. I haven't seen anybody else live either. Yeah, it's just mine. I'm gonna look it up. I wonder if ChatGPT can tell me how to fix it. Happened on Den's channel a couple weeks ago. Under memberships. If you go to my channel and then go to memberships, maybe if I do it on my phone, on my account, it's not gonna show me how to do it. But I know for sure, because that's how I've joined other people's channel, is going to the desktop version, and I was able to join like that. So just on my laptop, I just went to their channel on my laptop and I joined that way. But all right, we're gonna get started on designing. Oh, thank you, Nicole, for joining the channel. Y'all, I don't have my bell over here. I actually haven't had my bell over here in a while. Oh, it doesn't work on iPhone. Okay. I do have an Android too, but I don't use it that often. I mean, it's not my primary phone. Okay. I also, you guys, I have a giveaway at the end. So the last couple of lives I've done, I was doing In preparation for trying to move to my she shed, which is still hanging in the balance. I have no idea what's happening with that yet. If I'm going to be getting a she shed, if I'm not, we're still waiting to hear back from the city. But there was a lot of stuff I started giving away, and I'm going to continue on. So this week's giveaways is going to be sublimation drinkware. There's a lot of different things in here. So this one is the Make Market sublimation tumbler that has the straw at the top. So you would take this off and then you would sublimate this part and put your straw back on. So I have one of these. This one is a coffee tumbler. It's kind of tapered. I have two of these frosted glasses. With this, I would go with a dark print. It shows up better if you go with a really dark print, something that's like neon or black or red, something that's dark, rich. I'm not even 100% sure what's in this box. Let's see. Oh, these are the sippy cups. Y'all remember when these were huge? It's a sippy cup. So you sublimate the white part. I never actually gave this to, I didn't have a child to give it to. What's so funny, I had Gavin for like a year and a half, and I totally forgot I even had these. I could have made one for him. He drinks out of a regular cup now, so, but I totally forgot. I have no idea if they actually work or not. But I have this one. This one's like the curved one. Let's see. It says white camper mug on it. My dad really loves these. I make my dad one of these either for Christmas or Father's Day. These are his favorite cups. He drinks black coffee, and I use one of these to make him something at least once a year. He wears these down. Okay, he does. He uses his every day. But it's just a little camper mug. I think I kept two to make for him because, like I said, these are my dad's favorite cups. So every year I make him one with some updated pictures of the kids. So it's another white camper mug. So you'll get two of those. And then this one says straight sippy cup. Okay, so this one is a little bit bigger. And it's straight. And you'll get one of these. So that's what's going to be in today's giveaway. This is the same stuff. So I don't know if y'all remember a couple years ago when I was leaving my other office and coming to this one. This stuff has been sitting since then because I never pulled it out to use it. I was supposed to give it away before I left, and I ended up running out of time and just never went back to giving it away. But it has literally been sitting in a box over there in the corner for 2 or 3 years now. So I should have been gave this stuff away. But yeah, that is what's going to be in today's giveaway later on. I might randomly do it in the middle of the live because I don't want people to try to pop in at the end like, hey, I've been here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the designing process. I do have my phone up that has the chat. So if you guys have any questions while I'm designing, please do not hesitate to ask. Again, I am looking at the chat, so I'll be able to see them. I have it up on my phone, but let me share my screen. Okay, so if you purchase the template that I have in the description box, this is designed for the composition notebooks. The ones I get from Walmart, I've tested this design specifically, or this drag and drop template specifically with the composition notebooks from Dollar Tree, Target, and Walmart. It fits all of them. Now, granted, You may have to measure yours, and I'll show you how to do that once we're done designing, but you may have to measure yours, and you can change the sizing of it after you download it and before you print it. And I will show you how to do that as well. But I just want you to know that everything with this template is editable, okay? Everything is. But this is what it looks like. It's drag and drop, okay? So the first way that you can design this is by dragging and dropping in an already done image. So let's, like this one, for example, this is the one I did in the video, the pre-recorded video that I have. And I made this with ChatGPT. Okay, I made this entire cover in ChatGPT. So when I brought it into Canva, it was already done. I didn't have to do or add anything to it. So you can either have an already completely made design, and all you have to do is drag and drop it right into the notebook cover. It fits perfectly. I didn't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything else but download it with the transparent background. That's it. That's one way to do it. And it gives you those curved edges on the side as well as the straight edges on this side, because if you have a composition notebook, you know that it is going to be straight on the side that has the binding is straight. On the side where you open it, it's going to have the curved edges, okay? The way I'm going to show you how to use this in today's video is going to be, this is another one. All you have to do, drag and drop it. It fits right in there. It's done. Again, I made this one with ChatGPT as well. Okay. It's already done. I asked ChatGPT to go ahead and design a cover for me. I brought it into Canva and I dragged and dropped it. That was it. Nothing else has to be done with it other than making a back cover as well. Okay. However, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make one from scratch. If you don't have one that's already done and you want to make it in yourself, you don't know how to use ChatGPT, you don't know how to use AI period, and you want to just put something together in Canva, that's what we're about to do now. So I'm starting off with a digital background. So this is the cover that I made here. And these are all Canva elements. Everything is in Canva, even the background. I made it, but I made it in Canva with Canva elements. So here's another one I made. This one, I got this digital wallpaper from Etsy. I just searched in Etsy Minecraft digital wallpaper and I bought a couple, and then you can drag and drop that in and then build on top of it. For this one, this was not a digital wallpaper. I mean, I turned it into a digital wallpaper, which I'm about to show you guys how to do, but I didn't purchase it. So if you're looking for something that's like more specific to like a movie or a character or something like that, Etsy might be your best bet. But if you're looking to just kind of make something on your own like this, you can do it in Canva. So let me add a page. To make your own digital wallpaper, or how I made my own digital wallpaper, I'm starting off with a blank page here. I'm going to highlight the page, click it. When I click in the page and it's you know it's highlighted when you see the purple border around that page. Up here, you're going to see your color swatch, and it says background color if you hover over it. I'm going to go ahead and select that, and then you just choose what color you want your background to be. I picked, this is my brand color, one of my brand colors. I picked this kind of light pinky, kind of purpley color. This is my background color here. But I wanted to go in and add like back to school themed little clip arts, right? To make it like a full kind of digital wallpaper looking type background. I'm going to go up to elements and I'm going to type in back to school background. And then we're going to go over to graphics. Now, if you want the pink to show, you would have to choose something that does not have a background. So something like this, right? I know you kind of can't see that. Let me make it black so you can see it better. So something like this, it's just an element and it doesn't have a background. So if you wanted to use this one, you would just stretch it across the whole canvas. Hold on, let me look at the comments. I make sublimation cups to new babies in my life and have even sublimated those cups. Okay, Peggy. Sounds amazing. Thank you, guys. You just got Canva Pro. Kelly, you're going to love it. You don't use Canva, Jesse? Okay. One day, can you do a tutorial on how to make a person in ChatGPT? I can definitely try. I made Ben 10, so I can definitely give it a try. How do you get the blank sheet? So to get the blank sheet, right here down at the bottom where it says add a page, just push that button. And it will add a page right to the bottom of what you already have. Right here, it says right at the bottom, plus add page. Hey, Monique. Hey, everybody popping in. Okay. The pink background, I ended up going with this element here. The name of this element is called Retro School Supplies Pastel Pattern Seamless Repeating Doodle Design Back to School Background. That was a lot. It's free for Canva Pro, but if you are watching this, I'll go ahead and leave this up for a second. Pause. Write down the name if you are wanting to use this, because I'm not going to sell this digital wallpaper or anything like that. I just want you to kind of see how you can make your own quote unquote digital wallpaper. Okay, so pause this, write it down if this is what you're looking for. But this was the one I ended up going with, and I'm basically going to just drag this across the entire page. Now what I'm going to do is go up to share. I'm going to go to download, and I'm only going to download page 6, which is this last page right here. And I'm going to push done, and then I'm going to push download. Creations by Norma. So my page, this right now, I'm within my template. When you're creating a design, you want to create it as close to the size of your composition notebook as you can. So if you're creating, like if your composition notebook is an 8x10, then make your blank canvas an 8x10. So measure what it is you are using and then create your canvas to match that size. Mine is, what size is mine right now? I don't even know what size it is because this is the template. But I'm going to end up resizing it anyway once I download it. So the size when you're creating your design, it really doesn't matter. It's when you're printing it. All right, now that it's downloaded, I'm going to go up here to my little downloads arrow, and it's right here. So I can drag and drop this right into my uploads tab without even having to, oh, you know what? I downloaded it with a transparent background. That's not what I was supposed to do. So let me go back to share. Let me go to download, and you see I have transparent background checked. I need to uncheck that because I need it to download with the pink background. Go to done, and then I'm going to download it again. So when you're creating a digital wallpaper like this, you want to make sure that you do have your transparent background unchecked. And this is going to be your digital wallpaper. This is what it looks like. So if you want to save this PNG to your computer and use it for a later date, you can. If you want to sell something like this, I would just check the Canva policies about selling things that have their elements in it. But this is how you can kind of create your own digital wallpaper without having to purchase something if you don't want to. If you're already paying for Canva Pro, you might as well utilize the elements that they have already in their system, right? Right. Okay. So I'm going to get my download from my little downloads arrow, And here it is there. Now I can go ahead and delete this page. I don't need it anymore. And here's my digital wallpaper. And I'm just going to drag and drop it right in there. Now what I'm going to do, this is the cover that I made. What I'm going to do so that any other element that I try to drag onto the canvas does not drag into the template, what I'm going to do is select the template. I'm going to select this image here. And right here, you're going to see like a little pop-up. You can comment, you can lock position, you can duplicate, you can trash, and then you have the more's option. I am going to lock this, and I'm going to lock it again. So now this is locked. I can't resize it. I can't drag and drop anything else. Nothing can happen to this image right now because it is locked. So now I'm going to build on top of it, which is going to be adding the girl and then adding the composition notebook label. So let me zoom in a little bit and we can start building on top of this. I'm going to go back up to elements and I'm going to type in composition notebook label. And then under the graphics tab, oh, hold on. Hold on, my battery is low. All right, there we go. Under the graphics tab, you're going to get a bunch of different composition notebook labels. Okay, so we have some pink ones here. We have this one here. It's pink and yellow. And then you can change the color if you see this color swatch up here. So for this composition, I kind of like this label. It has cherries and the tape on it. We can change the tape black if we want to. We can change, let's see, we can change the cherries purple if you want to. The composition notebook color background right here, we can change that this color. We can take yellow. We can change it to dark purple. That doesn't really look all that great. We can turn it to pink. Maybe turn that one light pink. That looks kind of cute. So with a lot of these elements, you can change the colors of them. And you'll know you can change the color if once you add it onto your canvas, you get a swatch up here. I went with a kind of just a plain, like basic composition notebook label here. I did change the colors. So you can leave it black and white, like a, standard composition notebook label. I decided to change the colors on mine to pink and purple. So with it highlighted, I went up to here. I select the first black swatch and I turned it this color pink. And then the words composition book with the 3 lines, I turned it purple. You can even change the white part if you want to. Everything is editable, so get creative, play around with it. I'm going to leave mine white though. This is where I struggle. What part? Actually doing the designing part? Hey, everybody popping in. These are going to be perfect to add to my niece's boo baskets. Yes. Hey, Precious. Kelly, you just got to play around with it. Like Canva has so many different elements under that elements tab. I mean, you can find pretty much anything as long as it's not copyright, because they don't allow any like copyrighted things. But like you can pretty much find anything in the elements tab or the photos tab. The apps are getting crazier. I have a tutorial, a premiere on Thursday of this week where I am using a clipping mask. So Canva has a clipping mask app now that is just like, Photoshop clipping masks. They are, that app is just like the Photoshop clipping mask. And I have a tutorial on Thursday where I'm going to be showing you how to use the Canva clipping mask app to make your designs. But Canva it's a lot. It can be overwhelming, but don't try to do everything all in one day. It's not something you're going to learn all in one day. It's not. I have been using Canva since 2018. My sizing is never right. So Canva size 9 times out of 10 isn't going to be right. That's why you need to make sure you resize when you're going to print. I always print from either Silhouette Studio, Leonardo Design Studio, or Canva, not Canva, Cricut Design Space. All these names, they're so similar. So I always make sure I resize there. That is where it matters the most. The sizing in Canva, 9 times out of 10, a lot of the times, I don't even design in inches. Y'all, I like to design in pixels because that's going to give you the best resolution. And then when I'm ready to print it, I'm going to resize it in whatever software I'm printing from. So don't try to print straight from Canva. If you're making a product, don't print straight from Canva. Download from Canva, upload it to another piece of software. So like I said, Silhouette Studio, the free edition, you can use that to just print. You can resize it there. Leonardo Design Studio, you can print from there. Cricut Design Space, you can print from there. Resize it there. A lot of the times I'll make images and use 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels, and then I won't even correctly size it until I get to Silhouette Studio. Sizing in Canva is not even that serious. When you're in Canva, you want to make sure your pixels matter more than correct sizing when you're designing in Canva. So just a little tip. Make sure your pixels are high and you can resize it to whatever you want in any other software. That's the most important thing. Why wouldn't I sublimate my white? So if they're turning a yellowish color, you could be burning it. I love Canva and ChatGPT, but sometimes I use Sona and Copilot. Okay, I've never used either one of those. What's the difference between AI and ChatGPT? ChatGPT is AI. AI is artificial intelligence, and then different platforms use AI to create things. So Canva has AI, ChatGPT is AI. There's a bunch of different platforms that use AI, but AI is it's just what people it's I don't even know how to explain it. It's a way, basically it's a software that uses the internet to create whatever you're asking it to create. It pulls all of its information from the internet, basically. Thank you for saying that, Angel. I'm a newbie to sublimation. I feel like I never know what I'm doing. Yep, everything just takes practice. You can resize from pixels back to inches. Yes. So not in Canva. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't. I would download. So what I typically do is if I'm designing an image, I start off by doing like 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels. And then if I want to make let's say an 8.5 by 11, I'm going to download my 3000 pixel by 3000 pixel image. I'm going to take it into Silhouette Studio, and then I'm going to resize it to be 8.5 by 11 in Silhouette Studio. And it'll transfer just fine. I don't resize it in Canva though. I resize it in the different software. No problem, Kelly. Hey, Patrice Boo. Hey, Zelda. Okay, so ChatGPT has a designer built-in pro called Soar where you can design like Canva. Okay. Hey, Divine D&D. Welcome, welcome. It digs deep in the database of information. Yep, sure does. No, I've never used Microsoft's version. I've only used ChatGPT and the Canva AI is the only two I've used. Hey, customized by Nick, how are you? Okay, so now let me go ahead and finish doing the cover. This is the front cover. So I'm gonna type in, I wanna add in the girl and let me see. I just typed in black schoolgirl. And you're gonna get you're gonna get a whole bunch of different graphics. I liked this one, which is a Canva Pro feature. You can tell when something is a Canva Pro versus free is it will have the crown next to it. If it doesn't have anything next to it, it's available in free version. If you are thinking about getting Canva, play around with the free version. Y'all, Canva doesn't even have affiliates no more like that, so I don't even have an affiliate link. I've been using Canva since 2018. So, and I'm not even they have Canvassadors or I don't know what they did. They dropped their affiliate program and did something weird, and I haven't been a part of it ever since. So I don't even get commission if y'all sign up for Canva at all. I stand by it because I've been using it for so long. But I wanted to add in this girl. I'm gonna kind of overlap it a little bit with the label. And then, so if you can tell, it kind of looks a little bit busy, right? When you add the girl on top of the digital wallpaper, those edges kind of get muddy, they get a little blurry. So what I like to do is I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the schoolgirl. And again, you can change anything on her, not anything, but you can change the colors here. Um, the ones that are highlighted. So it looks like the color of her backpack, the color of her shirt, and I think her skin tone and her hair color. Let me see. No, that was her skirt, the kind of rosiness on her cheeks, the backpack, and the shoes. I don't like that, so I'm gonna click that back button. But you can play with those colors if you want to. But anyways, I'm gonna highlight her. I'm gonna go up to edit. And then under edit, you're going to get a whole bunch of different things like Magic Studio. So this is where you can remove the background. You have a background generator. There's so many different things. You have an eraser, so you can erase things if you want to. Magic Grab. This is a whole little tutorial in itself, what all of these mean. You have different filters you can add. You have the effects, and then you can go into the apps. You can trace, you can mock up, image upscaler. Again, that's a whole nother tutorial in itself. I'm going to go under the FX effects, and right here where it says shadows, I'm going to select that. This is where you can add the drop shadow. You can add the glow effects. For those who have been here, y'all know me. I'm going to add this outline. Okay. I'm going to add the outline. I am going to leave it black, but I'm going to take the size down a little bit. I don't need it to be that big. I just want to add some contrast between the background and the girl so that she pops out more and it doesn't look so muddied or anything like that. And that's it. That's all I did for this cover. And actually, I made her purple. I made the outline purple on the one that I printed out. And to change the outline color, let me go back. So I'm going to go to edit, go to shadows, and I'm going to leave it black, but you can change the color here. If you have a specific hex code, the actual hex code, you would type it in here, or you can copy and paste it. And then you can change the outline color. Let me make it thicker so you can see it. You can change the outline to whatever color you want. I actually like purple. I think purple looks kind of cute. Copilot is what we have to use for work. It's Microsoft. Okay. I barely use Microsoft, y'all. Barely. No problem. ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot are similar. Okay. What prompt did you use to get the girl? So I didn't use a prompt. She's an element in Canva, and I typed in Black schoolgirl under the Elements tab. The name of this, it just says little schoolgirl, and then it has some keywords. If you want to pause and write this down, I'll leave it up for a second. But that's all I did for this cover. So now what I want to do is I want to show you how to do the back cover, right? So here's the front cover. I'm going to delete this one because I just remade it. And this is the back cover. Now the back cover, I don't need to have the label and I don't need it to have the girl. You can add the girl. You can leave the label if you want to, but for the back cover, I like to just kind of leave it more so just the pattern or the wallpaper for the back part. So to do the back cover, all you're going to do is you are going to duplicate this exact page you just did. You're going to duplicate the page. You're going to select the girl and delete. You are going to select the composition label and you are going to delete. You're going to highlight. Now, we need the back cover because right now it's not facing the right direction. If you printed it out like this, it won't fit. Your curved part is going to be on the straight binder part. You don't want that. And if you printed it and then tried to just flip it over, it's going to look like this. If you print it and just try to flip it over, it's going to look like this. So your front cover is going to look like this and your back cover is going to look backwards. You don't want that, okay? So what we're going to do, using the exact same template, okay? The same drag and drop template that I provided you, you only need one. I don't provide a back cover because you don't need it. I'm going to show you how to use the same template to create your back cover. All we did was delete the girl and we deleted the notebook, the label. You're going to select your image. Right here where you see this circle with the two arrows that are going like this arrow, that lets you know that you can spin it around. We're going to spin it around 180 degrees. And you'll know because there's a black box that says negative 180 degrees. You know that you are completely aligned when it says 180. And we're going to release. Now it looks upside down. What we're going to do is we're going to select, however, the edges. So the straight edge is on the right side of the page and the curved edges are on the right side of the page. We're going to highlight our image right up here at the top part where it says flip. We're going to flip horizontal and flip vertical. And unselect. And now it is facing the correct direction. We have the straight part on the right side. The straight part on the right side, which is if you're looking at the back of your composition notebook, the binding is going to be on the right side and the curved edges are going to be on the left side. That is if you were looking at your composition notebook from the back. Okay. So now you have your front cover with the straight being on the left. If you're looking at it like this, your straight edge is on the left, your curved edges are on the right. If you're looking at your back cover, the straight side is on the right and your curved edges are on the left. So now we have our front and our back cover. Make sense? Super easy, right? Not too hard. And it's even easier if you have ChatGPT make the cover for you. Even easier. All right, I'm going to delete that one and that one. This one was literally just like I showed you, it was a digital wallpaper that I got from Etsy, and I just dragged and dropped it, added the label and his name. Super easy. But I did the same thing there. These look fun. I'm gonna give me a chance to practice. Yes. Where can we get the composition upload template? It's in it is in the description box. Kelly, I'm trying to get a Canva class set up. I did a poll on my Instagram page and my Instagram stories asking what kind of class you guys wanted, and you guys all said Canva. I was just trying to wait for the kids' school schedule. I was trying to wait for, you know, their sports schedule. Y'all know I'd be swamped with sports. With that being said, it's probably going to have to be like a day during the week because CJ plays soccer on Saturdays and Sundays. Zay is going to start playing baseball Friday nights. So I don't know. I'm thinking you know what I might do? I might have my Canva class be on a Monday night and just do a premiere instead of a live. Like premiere a video on a Monday at 7 o'clock and then have my class going on at the same time as the premiere, if that makes sense. I'm thinking I might do it that way. But to download this with a transparent background, you're going to go up to share. You're going to go to download. So the transparent background feature is a pro feature. So if you are using the free version, then you are definitely going to have to use either Cricut Design Space, Leonardo Design Studio, or some software that is able to remove the background for you. I do know both of those will do it. So if you upload this with the white background in either Cricut Design Space or Leonardo Design Studio, both of their softwares will remove the white background for you. I know that for a fact. I've done it. So if you are using the free version, there is a workaround to not being able to have the transparent background feature. On the home page in Canva, where do you go to get the size page you started with? All right, let me go to the Canva homepage. I have Canva Pro. I don't know which one you're using. I want to assume that Canva homepage looks the same for everybody, regardless if you have Pro or whatever. But you're going to go to this create button. Hopefully it looks the same. It's the circle with the plus and it says create. You're going to select that. And then you can either use, like, they have different templates that you can use. They have sheets, documents, whiteboards, presentations, social media. They have all of this, photo editor, videos. You can upload something and then you can edit it from there. However, if you want to create your own custom size, it's right here, and you would create custom size. And then you type in your width and your height. You can either use pixels, you can use inches, millimeters, or centimeters. Okay, so in Silhouette Studio, if you make this square the size of the artwork and then click on subtract, it'll remove the background. Very good to know. I'm gonna have to try that. I don't use Silhouette Studio often. I only use it for like printing and making rhinestones, barely, because I barely make rhinestone templates, but I don't have a cutter, so I've never used it for anything other than that. But that is good to know if you have a Silhouette cutting machine or you're just using it. I do. So I do always, you guys, I took a class back in like 2018 with the Canva designer, and she told me that that was what she used to make designs in 3000 by 3000 pixels. and I've just been doing it ever since. So yeah, I do use 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels. If I'm doing something specific that needs to be a specific size, like 8.5 by 11, or maybe I'm making a t-shirt and I don't want to have to resize it, I will do like the size of the paper. So let's say, for example, I'm doing a design that I'm gonna put on a t-shirt and I want to print it on 11 by 17 paper. Then I will design it on 11. I'll make literally my canvas, I'll make it 11 by 17 and then just design in that. But if I'm just doing like let's say I'm doing a graphic that I'm going to use to purchase DTF transfers, I'm going to use 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels. It's going to give me the best resolution. If I'm going to buy UV DTF stickers, which I just bought some today actually for a video I have coming up, I made sure that I designed those images in 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels. So I use different sizes depending on what I'm doing, but 9 times out of 10, it's the 3000 by 3000. Okay, so I do already have this printed out. So I can stop sharing now. This is the prints that I have. Now, I fully intended on cutting this with my Cricut machine. However, I printed from Silhouette Studio. Not sure why I did that. So as you can see, I have no registration marks. I'm going to have to cut these by hand, which is perfectly fine. I can. It's not that hard. But this is what they ended up looking like. This is regular inkjet, you guys. Regular inkjet. Oh, you know what? Let me show you my settings. I can do that. I can show you guys my print settings. How do you size the pixels? Let me go up. Let me share my screen again. I will show you how to choose the pixels and then I'll show you my print settings. So when you go to custom size, right here under units, it says PX, that's pixels, inches, millimeters, and centimeters. And then you just type in your width. So I would type in 3000 by 3000 pixels. It's in the drop-down menu. Yes, Detroit Metro, but yes. Where do you get your DTF gang sheets from? So I get my DTF gang sheets from my website. I get it from Siser, which I have Siser on my website. My DTF transfers, so I sell DTF gang sheets on my website through Siser, if that makes sense. They're going to be packaged and shipped and printed from Siser, but you can order them on my website. That's where I get them from. My UV DTF stickers I get from Atlanta Vinyl, because Siser doesn't do UV DTF yet. They just do regular DTF. Oh, the tape measure for the neck. Like I sew, right? I don't sew nothing. But I lose this. Y'all, if I do not keep this around my neck, I will lose it. So literally when I pull it out, I put it around my neck until I'm done with it and I'm putting it away because I will lose it. I don't know why this little thing, it's like it runs away or something. Like it runs up out of here. So it got to stay right here until it's ready to go back on my pegboard. Otherwise, it'll be gone. Okay, settings. As I was going to show you the print settings. I'm using a Epson Workforce 7710. It's my regular inkjet, which I think I'm gonna have to upgrade my printer. I go through a lot of ink with that. Now that printer is discontinued, and that might be why, because Y'all, the amount of ink I've had to buy just in the last 60 days for that stupid printer is driving me crazy. I think that I'm going to have to switch to an Eco Tank. It hasn't died on me yet, so I'm just like really trying to not purchase another printer. But at this point, the amount of money I'm spending on the ink, it's like a money pit. Anyways, I have a Workforce 7710, which is the original printer I bought back in 2019, and I've been using it ever since. It's just my regular inkjet. But let me show you my settings. An equivalent to this printer would be an Epson EcoTank 15,000, a Epson EcoTank 8500, and 8550. I would get, if you can swing an 8550 over the 8500, I would 100% do it. The only difference is the 8550 prints bigger, but the 8500 does print 8.5 by 14, which you can do this project with that because we're printing on 8.5 by 11 paper. So that would work too. But I am doing photo paper glossy because the sticker paper I'm using is glossy, and I will show you guys my paper in 1 second. But I'm using photo paper glossy, quality on high, and then I do have my fast printing or high speed. It'll say high speed, fast printing, bidirectional printing, something. I do have that checked. Okay. Any other questions? I'm going to stop sharing my screen again. What is that in inches? In inches, 3,000 pixels. Oh, what is it in inches? I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's ask ChatGPT. What is 3,000 pixels by 3,000 pixels in inches? Okay, it's telling me how to convert it. I don't care about all that. It would be 10 by 10. 10 inches by 10 inches. That's a pretty large size. That's why I guess that makes sense though, because when I go to bring it into Silhouette Studio or Cricut Design Space, 9 times out of 10, I have to make it smaller. So I never lose my resolution when I have to do it that way. So that makes sense. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, let me stop sharing. That's smart. I can never keep. Yeah, I can't. It has to stay around my neck. Do you ever do any of the cinch thermal journals? No, I never heard of that. What is a laser printer? I've been hearing about that, and I keep saying I'm going to look it up and check it out, but I haven't yet. I can print stuff like this with a laser printer. Okay. So hold on. I just got my hand wet. I can't touch my paper with wet hands. This is the sticker paper I used. I love this. I love this paper. I love this paper so much. Okay, it's the inkjet vinyl sticker paper. This is the 8.5 by 11. They do come in different sizes. I have this in 8.5 by 11 and 11 by 17. You can also, so I did print these on 2 8.5 by 11s. You can also print both of these on one 11 by 17. If you want to just print out one sheet instead of 2 sheets, you can either print 2 on 8.5 by 11, or both of these will fit on 11 by 17. You can do it that way too. And this brand does come in 11 by 17, but this is probably my favorite sticker paper thus far. for inkjet printers. It's specifically for inkjet printers. It's fast drying, resistant to tear. It's thick too. And it comes in glossy and matte. That's the sticker paper. I'm also going to use some of these holographic sheets. This is kind of what it looks like. So this is the same sticker paper and the holographic sheets. This is a notebook I made in the pre-recorded tutorial I did. Hopefully y'all can see the holographic. And then this is the back. And these kind of give it water resistant. I don't think that this is water resistant. I think if you get this wet, the ink will run. So when I'm doing especially like little girl designs, I'm going to throw a holographic sheet over it. I don't care. It's really a non-negotiable. You're going to get a holographic sheet because it makes it more water resistant. And it comes in 4 different styles. So you got the prism. This one is just kind of like, I don't know, like little splatter, I guess. Let's see. This one has stars. It's like star pattern. There was a 4th one. I think I used it all. I did. I used all of the other one. It was just like, it was no design at all. It was just like a holographic coating. It wasn't, it didn't have any kind of pattern like the stars. It was just plain holographic. I think I used up all of that one. But I'm going to add that to the front and the back, and then I'm going to cut it by hand. So I'm going to go grab a squeegee and my scissors. I will be right back. They use toner instead of ink. Okay, I'm going to look into that because I think I do want to replace my Epson. And it's such like an old reliable, you know, when you like have something that's like a money pit, but you've had it for so long, you're almost kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It ain't broke. I'm definitely going to hold on to it for like stuff like if it's black and white, something like that, I'll use it. But I'm going through a lot of ink, and that ink is $72 a box. So I think it's just costing me more money than it's saving me at this point. So I think for like projects like this, I need something different that's not as expensive as far as ink. Can I ask what vinyl you use for what kind of project? I use Siser. I use Atlanta vinyl. That's really it. If that's the kind of vinyl you're talking about HTV, I use Siser and Atlanta vinyl. For printable vinyl, I use Siser Easy Color DTV. I just had to have the cinch thermal and it's still in the box. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely look into the laser printer. Is Office Jet the same as inkjet? That I'm not sure of. I don't know what Office Jet is. I know inkjet is the type of ink. It's like the ink that comes with the printer. Do you have a link for the holographic? Yep, it should be in my description box. Let me double check. Yep, the holographic sheets are linked in my description box. I get them from Amazon. I'm gonna look into this thermal cinch. Let me write this down. That sounds interesting. What is it? Thermal cinch. Like I have a regular cinch, like that old school push it down cinch. Is it anything like that? Thermal cinch. Sounds interesting. Hey, Angelia. What would you recommend using if you don't have the water resistant vinyl? If you don't have the water resistant actual like vinyl sticker paper, I would get the water resistant sheet, or you can use the what is it called? What is it called? I'm about to Google it. Hold on. It's by Scotch. They're like self-adhesive, self-laminating sheets. Yeah, they're Scotch self-laminating sheets, and it makes them here, let me share my screen so you can see it. Scotch self-laminating sheets are basically like this, but they're completely clear. I used to use these on, when I was doing notebooks and I was making them from scratch. And I would make the notebook covers, the front and back covers with chipboard. I use these to make the covers. I would print them on regular, the Avery brand sticker paper from Walmart. I was printing the sheets on the Avery brand sticker paper from Walmart, and then I would cover them with these self-seal laminating sheets. It's basically a piece of sticker paper that's clear that you just put on top. It gave them a glossy finish and it made them water resistant. Okay, laser toner is more expensive. Inkjet became more popular because it's more cost effective. Office Jet is HP. Okay, got you. Yeah, to make them. I haven't done it in a while. Y'all, I was actually trying to do a video showing how to use my cinch, my chipboard, and the self-adhesive laminating sheets with the Avery brand sticker paper. I, for some reason, cannot get my printer to print front and back because that's how I used to do it. I would create journals and planners front and back. So like my lined paper like this would be, you would have a lined piece of paper on the front and a lined piece of paper on the back, and it's front and back. I used to print them all the time at home, and for whatever reason, my printer will not print front and back. I don't know why, but that's what stopped me from creating like an updated video. So I don't know. I may need to buy another printer. But I could not get it to print front and back. And I'm like, I'm not about to do a whole tutorial on how to do a DIY journal at home. Like I was going to show you how to make the journal pages in Canva, make your front and back journal cover, and then you could print it and then print the line pages front and back. Again, I've done this. I did this for like a year straight back in 2020. And I can't get my doggone thing to print front and back. Like I did everything. I deleted the drivers, reinstalled them, everything, all the settings are right. It just physically won't. Like the way that it was doing it before was it would print out the paper, but not all the way. It would suck it back in, flip it over, and then print it again, like print it on the other side. That's how I was doing it before. It won't suck the paper back in. It just stops and then spits it out, but it won't print it on the back. I don't know. But anyways, all right, let's go ahead and put this thing together so we can get up out of here. I don't know if I said it, but I didn't plan on being here that long, but we're still going to end up being 2 hours regardless. I did have a headache. Y'all, I had a migraine so bad earlier. It was to the point where I actually got nauseous. That only happens every now and then when I get a migraine that bad. But me and Levi were up here at the office, and it was bad. So I left at like 2 o'clock. I went home, I ate, I took some medicine, and then I laid down and I took a nap till about 5 o'clock. And I felt a lot better when I got up. But I was like, boy, if I don't get rid of this headache, I am not going live. Like, I felt like I was going to throw up. Okay, I'm taking this holographic sheet off. I use HP because I love their ink program. I definitely need to research. I don't know anything about HP. I don't know anything about any other brand other than Epson. I do want to buy another like strictly inkjet printer. So I'm going to do some research. I want to buy a nice one. A nice one, but not one that's like ridiculously expensive, but a nice one, you know, especially for the type of stuff that I do. All right, so here's my holographic sheet. The one I'm using has the stars. I'm going to use the stars for the front and the back. Now this part, y'all, you want to make sure you kind of do this slowly. This holographic sheet is unforgiving. Once you put it down, you cannot get it up. It ain't coming up, and it will give you bubbles if you don't take your time with it. I think I got a bubble already. That's the only thing I kind of don't like about this, is how unforgiving it is. And I got a little wrinkle. That's all right. Okay, I'm just using my squeegee to make sure it's nice and adhered. And then I'm going to cut this. There's a setting on the printer. It says shorten or long. Yeah, I know. I tried that. I can't get it. And again, for those just popping in, I'm cutting this by hand because I printed from Silhouette Studio, not even paying attention to the fact that if I printed from Silhouette Studio, I wouldn't get any registration marks to cut with my Cricut because I have fully planned on cutting it with my Cricut. But I don't know. I'm not sure why I did that. But as you can see, if you don't have a cutting machine at all, you can still 100% do this project. You don't have to have a cutting machine to do this. You can just cut it right by hand. See? It's cut out. Just easy. You may need to clean your rollers. There are video. I'll definitely check it out. Thank you, Bobby. Hey, Demps Boo. How are you? I use the same technique with the adhesive sheets, just peel 1/4. Yep. Yep. These little holographic sheets. Listen, I don't know. I may reprint this, y'all, because it'll look a little tacky. You see it? It's cool. I'm going to rock with it. I'm going to rock with it. I'm not selling it. Let's see if I can get this one better, though. I should have started with the back cover. I normally always start with the back cover. Let me stand it, because that really, your angle really matters as well. All right, there we go. I should have just stood up. Peel a little bit. Use a squeegee. Peel a little bit. Use the squeegee. And just work your way down. And I did it again, y'all. I got that little line again. I should just print both the front and the back. You know what? Nah. I'm better than this. I'm about to reprint these because I did it again. Right here. I'm about to reprint it. I use my brayer instead of a squeegee. Really? I didn't know that. And I am using Windows 11. Maybe I'll try to print it with my MacBook and see the front and back and see if it works. Maybe I'll try that. I have my hold on, let me go put some paper. Let me go put this paper in the printer real quick. Clarence, why the heck are you here? You always pop in on some random stuff. Don't shoot the messenger. My printer ain't working. And if they say it's Windows 11, then that's what it is. Y'all can always count on my husband to pop in with some random little statement, then pop back out. He's so irritating. Now watch when I get home, my MacBook is hiding. How much y'all want to bet my MacBook get stolen when I get home. I don't know where your little MacBook is. I don't know where it went. Anywho, this is the composition notebook I have. Y'all, I just walked right into Walmart and picked this up. The little back to school section. Everybody be trying to make it seem like I have some exclusive composition notebooks that I got from an alien Walmart. I walked into Walmart. If you in Michigan, I went to the one in Troy by the Cadillac dealership. Okay. The suburban dealership that's across the street. I went to that Walmart. If you go to that Walmart and you're going to see a Marshall's and a Dollar Tree in the same complex, that's where I got these from. Okay. Walked right in and picked them up. These are the Pen and Gear ones. It even say right here, find more at walmart.com. You can get them from the Walmart website if you would like. I don't have an alien Walmart where I get exclusive Pen and Gear notebooks. Okay. This is the 80 sheets. It doesn't even say on here. It doesn't say the size on here. I had to measure it by hand. No, it doesn't say the size at all. Like what size the sheets are. So let me show you how I measured it because I'm waiting for them other pages to print out. That's why I have my thing here. My tape measure because I was measuring it. But okay, so when I measure mine, right? I have a little bit of this black binding showing, but I do cover a little bit of it. Okay, so when I measure mine, I measure from about here. Again, just overlapping. Because I don't want to see this line, right? Where this pattern and the binding meet. I don't want to see that. I want to make sure that's nice and covered. So I measure like this to the end. And this is 7 inches. Right here on the end is 7 inches. So that's how I got the width. And then to get the length, same thing. When I'm measuring, I also do make it a hair bigger. So if it's 7 inches, I'll print 7.1 because I would rather the cover be a hair bigger than a hair smaller. So that was 7 inches. So I would print 7.1. Same thing for here, right? I'm going to measure top. You can use a ruler for this too. I just, my tape measure was what was handy at the moment. So I'm going to measure from the top to the bottom. This is 9.75. So I wouldn't go all the way to 10 just because you might end up cutting too much of your design. So you can go 9.75. You can go, I don't know, what's in between 9.75, whatever them little lines is. Don't ask me about decimals because I don't know. I'm not in school. I graduated. I don't have to know that information. Right? That's how I measure. And then the front and the back are going to be the exact same size. Y'all, my lips are chapped. I'm going to go grab my covers and my chapstick. I'll be right back. Hey, Marilyn. How are you? I got some for 50 cents from Walmart in LA. Yep, mine was 50 cents too. Yep, mine were 50 cents at my local Walmart as well. Hey, everybody popping in. Okay, here's my back cover. My front cover is still printing. So I will go ahead. We're going to try this again, okay? I know I'm better than that. I done did this 50 million times. Yep, you can get them online. You can walk right in. I was just at Walmart actually yesterday and I saw more. If you're local to me, I went to the one in Novi, right? West Oaks. West Oaks. It's got the Walmart, the Bath and Body Works, Ulta, it's a Crumble Cookie over there. The Hobby Lobby is over there. They there. I saw them. I saw them. I saw them with my own two eyes, y'all. I don't have an alien Walmart. I promise. I don't have no exclusive notebooks. Why can't I get this? There we go. Mine were 38 cents. Yeah, there was a sale going on where they were 38 cents at one point. So I have seen them for 38 cents. I've also seen them for 50 cents. I think that's the regular price. Okay, so this time I just put it down like I did the rhinestone KTM. I just put it down like that. This looks much better. Looks much better. Let me go grab the other one and then I'll trim them up. All right, there's the other one. And then let me show you how I did it really quickly. Again, I'm using the Star holographic sheet. Mark yours down to 10 cents. My goodness, I haven't seen them that low. That's crazy. I would have grabbed a whole bunch of them just to have. I think you can, Lucille. I think you can use parchment paper. I would have grabbed so many doggone composition notebooks. Once again, I can't get this little sheet off. I keep saying one of these days I'm gonna stop wearing nails. I tried. Do y'all remember when I tried? It was it was bad. It almost felt like my fingers were useless, you guys. Like every time I touched something, they ripped or they broke. It was so horrible. I think I'm stuck. I'm stuck with acrylic for the rest of my life. I'm pretty sure of it. All right, I just put it down like I did like rhinestone KTM mask. That works too, doing it that way. I normally do. It's on the other side of the room and I didn't feel like getting up, Bobby, but I do normally use my weeding tool. Yeah, y'all, that didn't last long at all. I tried. I gave it my very best. I really did. Even though it was all of 48 hours, that was the best 48 hours I had, and I will probably never try that again. My life was in shambles for 48 hours. Like, imagine not being able to use your hands. It was terrible. It was terrible. Y'all, when I got off of live and I vlogged this. Oh, you guys really like my little vlog I had on Saturday. I'm doing another one for this week too, but I did vlog this part when I was cleaning my, see, that looks so much better. That looks more like Angel B. I don't know what that other thing was. That wasn't me. But I vlogged me cleaning my machine. It was pretty dusty. It was pretty dusty. So one thing I totally forgot about, there was a couple, Eve had texted me some it was like this glue stuff to use instead of the heat and bond. I'm gonna get that and try that. But when I was doing my training to be a Siser certified trainer with Stephanie, she was telling me how she uses the Siser Easy Weed adhesive instead of heat and bond, and I had totally forgot that she told me that. So I'm going to give that a try. I haven't tried it yet. But if you guys, I don't know if you guys ever saw when I did the foil shirts, like I did it last year for Father's Day. I made some Father's Day shirts using the Siser Easy Weed adhesive. And then so basically it's like heat and bond essentially. You put it down. When you peel the carrier sheet, the top part that's exposed is sticky. So what I did was I put foil on top of it, like like the hot stamp foil. I did another tutorial on that too. I think I did a live on it where I layer different color, like the hot stamp foils on top of the Siser Weed adhesive. But she told me that if you use basically essentially the same technique, but instead of like putting it on a shirt, you cut your letters out, you put the fabric on top of the sticky part, press it, and then cut your letters out. It's essentially like heat and bond. She said it makes the fabric softer and it doesn't gum up her needles. The roll that I have of the Siser Weed adhesive is massive. So I'm going to try that. I am going to try that. And I was like, why didn't I remember that she told me that? Okay. So here's my covers, front, back. Looks super, super cute with the little stars. That's so stinking cute. Okay, now this part, I'm gonna have to stand up because I have to have a good position. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna bring it down. What I do with this part, I gotta get my okay. Now, for this part, I am definitely doing it this way. The sticker paper with the holographic on top of it is thicker, so it's a little bit easier to work with. These little holographic sheets here, when you peel the backing off, they're super, super thin, and it makes it a little hard to work with. But with this backing here, or I'm sorry, not the backing, but the sticker paper and the holographic together, they're thicker, so it makes it super kind of easy to work with. But what we're doing is we are lining this up. Edge to edge. And then you want to go ahead and secure that. I'm just kind of using my thumbs. And I'm going to take my squeegee. And because you put the holographic topping on there, you can be, you can be rough with it without scratching any ink or anything like that. And we're just going to work our way down. Also, you can kind of pull this up too if you need to, because it is thicker. Don't like yank it and rip it if you have to pull it up, but just know that because this is thicker material, it's a little bit more pliable and just kind of easy to work with. I'm just working my way down, making sure it's nice and adhered. And I am a little short by a hair, but that's okay. And I think that's because, remember when I said it measured at 9.75 and make it a little bit bigger? This is why. When I trimmed it, I trimmed a little too much right here. So you can see my notebook. That's why I say make it a little bit bigger. So you don't do that. But that's the front cover. That looks too stinking cute. This just needed to be longer down here. That is so stinking cute. That's the front. See, when you do it right, it come out like this, right? All right, let's do the back. Thank you, guys. It's my only night off from basketball. Man, we got about 2 weeks off. Well, CJ has practice Tuesday and Thursday, but we don't have any games for about a good 2 weeks. Okay. I think we're gonna go to Cedar Point. So I'm off, but I'm not off because we're gonna take the kids to Cedar Point this weekend because they go back to school a week from today. So we're gonna drive down to Cedar Point on Friday. They're gonna do the park Friday morning and then maybe the water park on Saturday if they want to. I'll let them choose if they want to do the rides or the water park on Saturday. And then we're gonna come home on Sunday and they start school on Monday. So, and then the weekend after that, which is Labor Day weekend, the Michigan State Fair is going on. So one of those days we'll be at the Michigan State Fair. And then the games start up the week after. So we don't have any games until after Labor Day weekend. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the back. Same thing. This one might be a hair short. If the other one, y'all, that's upside down. What the heck? I'm like, oh no. I peeled the wrong part. That's what it was. Sitting up here running my mouth. I almost did the wrong side. All right. Same thing. We're going to line. Yo, I got to stand up because I need a good angle. Make sure it's nice and lined up. And then you want to make sure that top part is nice and adhered. And then we're going to work our way down. I'm just working my way down. Working. I think next week I might do the other pen and gear notebooks, the one with the holes. Y'all, this 33 hole versus 42 hole debacle got YouTube in an entanglement, okay? So I think what I'm gonna do, hopefully before next week, is create a 33 hole template. Because if I get one more Etsy message about this 42 hole template, I'm going to scream my head off. All right, same thing. I made it just a hair short, but that's okay. See, right here. And we are all done. I do have a little bit that needs to be trimmed off the side here, but I won't do it there. But if you do have a little bit that you need to trim, you can either use some kind of pointy scissors, maybe not your embroidery scissors, or like a X-Acto knife. My X-Acto knife is on the other side of the room, and I don't feel like going to go get it. Okay. It's the regular Walmart pen and gears. Are you making them? Am I making what? The other pen and gears? Yeah, I think next week I'll do the other ones. Let me go grab one so I can show you guys. So I did this one in a video. Why is my thing not like caught up? Uh-oh. Live. Y'all, my YouTube is acting slow once again. It only does this when I'm live. There we go. So the one I have on Etsy is the correct size. It's the correct size for the 42 holes. I have a 42 hole notebook right here that I got from Walmart. Once again, find more at walmart.com. I don't have an alien Walmart. I promise you I don't. I got it from Walmart. It's a 42 hole template. I mean, it's a 42 hole notebook. This is the 42 hole notebook I made with the 42 holes that I got from Walmart. Okay. It is the correct size. It's the correct size for the 42 holes. Apparently, I'm the only person in the entire world who has Walmarts that have 42 holes notebooks like these. Not sure why. I walked right into my Walmart. And I got them. I don't know. And it literally says right on the notebook that you can find more at walmart.com. I don't know. Apparently, I'm the only person in the entire world who has 42 whole notebooks at Walmart, at my Walmart. I'm not for sure, but it's been like this 33 hole versus 42 hole debacle. I don't know. So I think what I will do this week is create a 33 hole template. I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to pick up some notebooks that have 33 holes because I don't have any. All of mine are like this, which is the 42 holes. And then I made this one with the 42 hole template. So I will try to I will make a 33 hole template, and I guess I will go live, and then I'll do this cover with that one. You can change the front and the back cover. I haven't changed the back cover, but you can. And I think I'll do that in next week's live. I just have to sit down and create the template. But the one in my Etsy shop is for the 42 hole notebooks. I guess I just I guess people just aren't able to find them. I don't know. But that's what I plan on doing next week. But we are all done with the composition notebooks. Well, this one was from the pre-recorded video I did, but this is the one we just did today. And she's super, super cute. I still have to do the giveaway. How about the ones that have the 3 sections? I don't. I just have the 42 holes. That's it. I will this week try to make some more templates. I know for sure I'll do one for the 33 hole because that seems like that's the most popular size now. So I will try to make a template by next week for the 33 holes. And then I'll go live and we will do these pinning gears. I will try to do one with both the 42 hole and the 33 hole. So if I can make the template, if I have enough time to sit down and make the template, I should though, because again, we don't have no baseball this week. So I should be able to sit down and make it. But yes, Jay, I'll be making those pen and gear notebooks next week, next Monday. Thank you guys. I guess it's just, yeah, it was me. Thanks. I have that pattern. I got them from Walmart too. Okay. Thank you, Francis. I got some from the Walmart by me. The 42 holes. Nicole, you got the ones that have the 42 holes. Like, I don't know. I guess people trying to make it seem like I'm lying about 42 hole notebooks being sold at Walmart. I'm like, I don't know. I just walked into my Walmart and that's what they had. I guess different Walmarts have different notebooks. Some sell 33 holes, some sell 42. I don't know. I can only I can't visit every Walmart in the US. I only can visit the ones by me, and the ones by me have 42 holes. I think they may have both. I'm going to have to actually stand there and count the holes before I purchase it to make sure, but I didn't even realize it was such a huge difference because like I said, I walked into Walmart, I picked up pen and gear notebooks, I brought them home, and then I made a template for it. That was all I did. And mine just so happened to be the one that had 42 holes. Are the 33 hole wide ruled and the 42 hole college? I don't know. I don't have any 33 on hand, but this one is the 42 and it's wide ruled. So this is the exact one I have. It's a 1 subject notebook, 70 sheets, wide ruled pen and gear. It's 8 by 10.5. And it's sold by Walmart. Walmart. And I didn't order this online. I walked into my local Walmart and I picked it up. I didn't even get it online. Okay, Marlene says hers sells both. Maybe put the item number for the specific template. Okay, I do see an item number on this one. So when I go purchase the 33 hole one, I'll look at the item numbers. Yeah, Walmart stay with the drama, okay? I know we ain't supposed to like Target, but I do. I do like Target, okay? I'm just saying, Target ain't never gave me a headache like this. Because y'all dragging me over this little template, okay? Dragging me by my little kitchen hairs right here. Y'all dragging me by my little kitchen hairs over this little notebook. And I'm tired of it. So I'm gonna make a template. We're gonna go live next week. And I'm gonna do my best. Mine has 42 holes. too. Yeah, see? I promise you, I'm not the only one that got the 42 holes. I don't know. All right, well, that's all I have for today, you guys. I appreciate you. Oh, no, I got to do the giveaway. I'm sorry. Let me set that up. Hold on one second. Y'all almost let me forget. All right. I'll save. Let me save this and set up the setting up the giveaway. Give me 1 second. I wonder which one Target sells, the 33 or the 42. Yeah, the carts at Walmart are ghetto. And it don't even matter which Walmart you go to because the Walmart in Troy, the Walmart in Novi, those aren't ghetto Walmarts. But those are the ones I go to, and the carts are still the same. Okay, the carts are the same no matter which one you go to. Okay, let me share my screen. I am too, Francis. Hopefully you are learning a lot here. Okay, see, somebody else said theirs has the 42 holes. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, the word is sub. And this is for the sublimation cups that I showed you guys in the beginning of the live. Y'all, the migraine I had this earlier today was so diabolical. Like, if I wouldn't have gone home to take that nap, I wouldn't have made it. I would not have made it through this live. I gotta look into this thermal cinch. That sounded really intriguing. I never heard of the thermal cinch. I'm gonna look that up when I get home. Because I got the little old school one. I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes. I'm looking at my Facebook real quick. All right, I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and press draw. Good luck, everybody. Barb LaFon, congratulations. Let me go ahead and put my email. Oh, let me stop sharing. Let me put my email on the screen. Go ahead and send me your mailing address so I can get you out these sublimation tumblers. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me today. You could be anywhere else and you decided to watch with me, and I truly, truly appreciate it. Like I said, next week, I think we will go ahead and do the pinning gears, and I will try to make sure I have a 33 hole template for everybody so that whether you have the 42 holes or the 33 holes, you'll be able to use the template. Yeah, that's all I have for this week. I will see y'all next week. You guys have a good rest of your night. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. All those things. Good night.